What's up, guys, and welcome back to The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth with me, your good pal, friend, acquaintance, whatever you want to introduce me as to your other friends. My name is Isaac, and I'm playing a game called Isaac. That's fucking weird. When I first started this YouTube channel, my mom was like, hey, you should play that one game called The Binding of Isaac, because your name's Isaac. She thought she was being all clever and shit. And I don't know. I love my mom, though. Oh, my God. How you motherfuckers doing? I am not starting this with a tears down. I don't give a shit. Power pill. Woohoo! I res at this, with nothing unlocked, right? I think so. Oh. Man, I really wish I could play the music I'm hearing through my noise holes right now, because I'm listening to, if you watch the last episode of The Binding of Isaac, you know exactly what I'm listening to. I'm listening to the Stronger Than You parody that Sans sings, and I have like all three versions on my SoundCloud playlist where it's Sans, Chara, and Sans and Chara, and I fucking love it. I love this music. Vengeance and determination. Then you. Oh my God. I fucking love it. If you guys haven't heard it, there's a ton of YouTube videos where people like animated it, and dude, most of those animations are fucking stellar. My game is froze. God. What? Hi! Hi! Why? Why? Why do you keep me in this? Please? Thank you for keeping me in that agony for so fucking long. Why? 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 Wake up in the morning and thank God. Impress me, that he bless me with my 45. Nobody out here test me. Come on! Stop fucking freezing on me! Why? Why do you do this to me, game? What did I ever do to you? All I wanted to do was play you. I don't know. Fucking weird shit. Much money. Stress free. Anybody who listens to Young Cash Stress Free, like the artist name is Young Cash, the song's name is Stress Free, anybody who's heard it might be a fan of the Nappy Nation. And the Nappy Nation is this not the Nappy Nation, but the person who runs that channel is called King Nappy, and he's a PokeTuber, and honestly a really cool dude. I've never spoken to him like personally, but I watched a lot of his videos, and honestly I really like, there's a lot of people on YouTube that I wish I had like the privilege of meeting, because a lot of them just seem like really cool dudes that you could just do random ass shit with, and it'll just end up being fun either way. Like, I've talked about this, like, about the Game Grumps as well, and I feel like King Nappy would be in that boat as well. In fact, I need to fucking go check his channel. I haven't watched much or anything of his stuff lately, because most of the time I just, I've been watching a lot of Twitch. Lately, I've been watching a lot of a streamer called The Happy Hobbit. I've been watching a lot of Clint Stevens. I've been watching not my best friend, but a friend of mine called H1Z1 Thomas. Oh my goodness. I am so sorry you guys had to hear that. But my friend H1Z1 Thomas on Twitch, he just started streaming, so I've been like watching his streams mostly because, you know, when you're starting out on Twitch, you kind of like need like people to be like, hey, really enjoy your stream and just like get the word out there and just tell people like, hey, this is a cool dude to watch. You guys should watch him. And he is a cool dude to watch. Like, he's a good friend of mine. He and I met on World of Warcraft during the AGDQ event, and there were a lot of us on WoW who were watching it at the time, but he and I were the ones that mostly got into it about it. And we just got like to talking. I don't want this. I'm not gonna use this. I don't give a shit. This immediately will put me at half a red heart. So God damn it! I am taking so much damages that I must commit Sudoku. That's right. I said it. What you gonna do about it? I said Sudoku. But like I was talking about Twitch, if you want to start out as a streamer on Twitch, you just have to get into like a regular schedule, and to me, I feel like you need to stick with one game primarily. Like most time I watch streamers who are like speed running a certain game because I really like how they like perform in a certain game. I don't know, I just think it's really fun to watch somebody do a 100% run of Ocarina of Time and do it in less than 4.5 hours. I think it's amazing. I think it takes a lot of skill, this, that, and the third. I just think it's really great to watch. And most of the time, the streamer who, you know, has a high view count like Clint Stevens or ZFG or Joden Stone or people like them, you know, they've been doing it for such a long time. They know how to like interact with the stream. They know how to just be entertaining for the most part, and are just really cool people for the most part that I really enjoy watching. Let's see, I don't want to listen to Sky Hill. Yeah, I'll listen to that, sure. Yeah. Oh, this is the other version of Stronger Than You. Is this the Char one? Yep. Wait. My fucking phone freezes all the damn time, so I can't actually tell. It might be the Char one. It might be the Sans and Char one. I don't know. I think it's the just plain Char one. I'm taking a lot of done damage here, though. I don't think I'm gonna get a deal with the double. I don't know all the words to it. I'm sorry. I'm running out of stuff to talk about. This is like only the second episode that I've recorded of Binding of Isaac today, and I don't know what to talk about. I guess I could talk about you know, just past experiences that I've had in my life. You know, just something to, you know, get a little closer to you guys, or so that, you know, vice versa, you could get a little bit closer to me and know, like, my tells and past woes and everything. I haven't done... Ah! Fuck! I fucking walked on the spikes. I fucking walked on the spikes, dude. Walked on the spikes, dude. Oh! I'm gonna play somebody else. Who should I play? We've unlocked the chest, right? I think we did. I'm gonna play Eve. Even though I don't have the fucking razor blade. So, about me, when I was growing up, my dad is a pharmacist, and my mom was a stay-at-home mom taking care of me full-time, and, what the fuck? What? You guys might remember I said earlier that I have, Clint Stevens, like, as, like, on my second monitor. I'm just watching him, and all of a sudden I just see one of his mods just spamming fucker. I don't exactly know what happened, but one of his mods just kept calling him shit Lord Stevens. Oh my god, that's pretty great. I'm not gonna lie, just one of his mods just keeps calling him shit Lord Stevens, and he's so mad. Oh my god, not Clint Stevens, the fucking mod. I think Clint killed him or something. I don't know. I wasn't like paying attention to. I was like paying attention to the game that I'm playing. Fuck! I got hit. But like I was saying, my dad was a pharmacist. My mom was a at-home mom. I was a dick as a child. I don't remember much of middle school, but I just know that most of the time I just like stayed up for a long ass time and played games on my TV, and I destroyed a lot of my stuff. Like I guess I was just seeking attention as I was growing up. I really don't know, but I was doing something really stupid, trying to get the attention of like my parents or something. Fuck! Was that an elite fucking fire dude? Or do they always just take one health? Like, what the ballsack titty fuck? God, what a cunt. Ah! Where was I? I said, oh yeah. I was talking about how I was a fucking bullshit child, and most of the time I just, like, destroyed a bunch of my shit. Except, I didn't destroy, like, my Game Boy or my TV or anything like that. I, like, destroyed window. I destroyed one window. In high school, I took my mom's car out for a joyride when I was, like, 15 or 16. I didn't have a driver's license, but I got pulled over. Like, okay, this is like the first time I'm gonna be telling this, and I haven't even like told my mom or like my best friend or anything like this, but I don't know why. I guess I just didn't really think about it. But to anyone who's listening to this, be it any relatives or you know, just anybody, I actually stole my mom's car and got into it and took like a bunch of bottles of Dr. Pepper to this girl that I had a crush on, because she texted me one night being like, she didn't ask me to bring her anything. I was just like, oh, I'll be there in a second. And I come to her house with like Dr. Pepper in hand and everything. I had like 7 or 8 cans or some shit. And I sent her a text and was like, hey, I'm outside with like drinks and shit. And fucking being me, I was just like, I'm gonna go around and joyride because I don't ever get to drive anyway. And that's because I didn't have a driver's license. And fucking, so I take the car on a drive to Walmart to just like walk around and shit and be like, yeah, I drove here. Big mistake that was. I mean, it was a mistake to fucking steal my mom's car anyway. But I took it, went to Walmart. I didn't even buy anything. I just walked around like a fucking big shot. Or thinking I was a big shot. But I got, like, I walked around Walmart for like a good 20 minutes before I got bored. I was like, I feel like driving around some more. Fuck, another mistake I did. Oh, guillotine, god damn it, I hate guillotine. Oh god. And as I was driving, I pulled up next to this this cop. I didn't know it was a cop, but it was a canine unit cop who I didn't know was a cop at the time. But I pulled up next to him, and we were in a 2-lane road at the time. But the road like merged into like a 1-lane. So whoever was in the right lane had to turn right. You know? But me being me and the stupid me that I was, I didn't know that. So I thought I would just be cheeky and fucking gun it and go right past him. Like I said, I was dumb. And I just flew right past him and thinking I was all hot shit. And I just got hit hard. Hopefully I don't get hit again so I can fucking get it with the devil. But I flew past him and he turned on his lights. And immediately, like, not even a millisecond after I saw those lights, I was like, fuck, 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 fucky, fuck, fuck, fuck me, I'm dead, I'm gonna go to jail, I'm gonna go to juvie, I'm never gonna see my family again, I'm not gonna see my friends ever again, I'm fucked, because I was an idiot. I was, I'm not gonna lie, I fucking was. But what? The mark gives me a fucking soul heart. I'm done. I'm fucking done. I'm done. I don't. I'm gonna finish the story anyway. Like, the cop pulled me over, and I didn't know it at the time, but I pulled into the police station parking lot. The fucking police station parking lot. I'm taking these headphones out. And he walked up to the driver's side window. I was like white knuckling the steering wheel because I knew I was fucked. And he'd mentioned that later. Like me white knuckling the steering wheel. And fucking he asked me why. He asked me if I knew why I got pulled over, and I said no. And he said because I got pulled over for, get this, an illegal lane change. And that's because I flew past him instead of going right like I was supposed to. I fucking went straight and fucking past him. So he pulled me over, did that whole bit. And then he said that made my heart sink more than it already had. He asked me for driver's license and registration, and at that point, I knew I was already fucked. So I just said immediately, like, listen, this is my mom's car, I took it for a joyride, I don't have a license or registration or anything. And he said, well, you have 3 options. You can call your parents to come get you. I can put you in a holding cell overnight, and your parents can come get you in the morning. Or, this is probably a scare tactic, or I can put you in juvie. Of course he wasn't going to put me in juvie. Unless I had, like, priors. I don't think he could have put me in juvie. But the reason I was honest with him, like, you know, I was already fucked. What the fuck else am I going to do? I can't lie my way out of situations like that. I'm fucking terrible. I was like 15. So like 15 or 16 or some shit. And fucking he made me call my parents. And I called up my mom, and she was wondering like why the fuck I was calling her at such late at night, because in her mind she thought I was in my bedroom. You know. But as soon as I said, Mom, you need to come and get me, she was like, why? What happened? And I said, I got pulled over by a cop. And she was like, oh no, what happened? And like at that point, I was hysterical. I was crying, you know, because I thought my life was just over. Like, it was just done. The Wiedersehen, everything. So, long story short, they come up to where I was, the police station parking lot, and like my dad throws a fit. Like he's yelling at me like, "Have you done this before?" And I'm still crying like, "No, I haven't. This is the first time I ever done it." And he's just steady there standing and yelling at me like, "You're fucking lying." And yeah, but the officer took me inside. Like, he put me in the back of his car. Didn't handcuff me or anything, but he took me inside the police station, put my information in the system, got me fingerprinted, showed me a holding cell as a scary tactic, showed me a totaled cop car that it was like a new model Charger or something that just got totaled because a drunk driver smashed into it, and he told me that could have been me. You know, more scare tactics and everything. It worked, obviously. But, you know, the result of all this from, like, cop to me was I got off with a warning. A fucking warning. And I'm not going to mention the cop's name because I don't want him to, like, get in trouble for doing this, even though this was, like, fucking 6 years ago. So, he let me off with a warning, and that was only... Seriously, this is only because I told him the truth. Like, from the get-go. Like, I told him the truth. I told him I didn't have a driver's license. It was my mom's car. I joyrided. And it was my fault. They didn't know anything about it. Blah, 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 blah. And he told this to my parents. Like, my mom believed it, but my dad didn't. Like, he thought I took the car out for joyrides all the time, and this was like the first time I ever got caught. So, but he let me off with a warning, and like, I really want to know if he like still works at that police station from where I used to live, because I want to call him up and be like, "Hey, I'm not in jail, so you did you did a good thing." I guess. I don't really know if it was like a good thing per se. But after all that, I got home. I was read the riot act from my parents. My mom said she was disappointed in me, and you know, my heart was already sank more so than it already has. But the kicker was, which ruined like a lot of like, well, trust from, you know, my dad trusting me for a very long time, but also like ruined what I thought of him in return. He made me sleep on the bedroom floor in their room. Like, they slept in their bed, but I had to sleep on the floor in their room so that they could make sure I didn't go anywhere. You know, which I thought was a bit over the top. You know, because I don't have a bed. I'm literally lying on the floor with a pillow and a blanket, like at the foot of their bed. And my phone got taken away. I didn't have like any gaming systems. Like, I didn't have my handhelds like I grew up with. I wasn't allowed to have any friends. Of course, I wasn't allowed to have any friends prior to that. But that's a whole nother can of beans. You know, it took a very, very, very long time for my dad to actually start trusting me again. Which, you know, I completely understand. I fucking took mom's car for a joyride. I mean, come on. But, you know, a year later, when I'm still not allowed to have friends or like go over to like their house and shit and hang out, or I'm getting called a pothead or getting accused of smoking pot behind the library at, like, in the town I lived in because I like to frequent there because, you know, I like to read a lot. I liked to read a lot, past tense, back in high school. So I would go there to get out of the house, and I was a real weeaboo back in high school, so I just read a lot of manga that they had at the library that I just read. And my mom really supported that. You know, going to the library was good for me. I made friends with a lot of the staff. One of the staff members there was actually my kindergarten teacher, and she remembered me, and she was just a real sweetheart, and everyone there I was basically friends with. But my dad never believed me when I told him that, so he basically never wanted me to go to the library, but my mom fought for me to go there. But God, that was 10 minutes of talking just about one incident. But we'll talk about the library incident, where God, I could just talk about so much shit that happened in my past life. I could talk about so much stuff. I could talk about the paddlings in middle school. Mind you, I'm 21, so paddling was outlawed back in the 80s or some shit. But there was paddlings in middle school. I went to a charter school that started at 6:30 in the morning to 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I lived in a town that had a lot of gun crimes and black on black crimes, and it was 99% majority African American. There was a point in high school where my dad thought just because you lived in a shitty apartment that you were automatically a crack or dope or whatever the fuck dealer, and that inhibited me visiting one of my friends that I knew growing up in high school. But there's a lot of stuff that I never really thought about. I just kind of blocked it in my mind. But hey, that's the end of this episode. If you guys have any opinions on how stupid I was as a kid, or what you guys think of my family, or what you guys think of that cop that helped me out immensely as I was growing up, let me know in the comments below what you think. What you heard today. If you stayed and listened to everything I had to say, a lot of people would just immediately close down the window for the video, even though they don't really want to listen to just a person talk while I just sit at a menu screen for 15 minutes. So if you did sit here for that whole time, thank you for listening to a story that I wanted to tell you guys, to get closer from me to you personally, so that you guys can get to know me a little bit better, know my life story just a little bit more, all that. And yeah, if you're new to the channel, what's up, man? How you doing? Hit that subscribe button down below. You can definitely see more like this in the future. Maybe more stories of me and of my past. Maybe a little bit more cheery stories. But until then, guys, I will see you guys next time, and hopefully a better Binding of Isaac run. Bye.